Hi, Elza. It's so wonderful to see you again. And I am so grateful for the opportunity to continue to work with you. Thank you again for taking the time a couple of weeks ago to share more about yourself with me. Um, you shared some of the struggles you have in life, but you also shared some of the joys and things that really motivate you on a daily basis. And I've had the opportunity over the last couple of weeks to give it thought and look at how that fits into the Ayurvedic perspective, and think of ways in which Ayurveda would encourage shift and change in your life that would help to improve some of the symptoms that you're facing right now. So, thinking about your lifestyle, some of the activities you participate in, your sleep and dietary patterns, and just the way that you move through your daily life, I can see how there's a perfect blend of elements in you. According to Ayurveda, everyone has a unique constitution of doshas: Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Vata is about movement in the body. If you think of air and wind, it's how movement takes place in the body. Pitta is the element of fire, and it's responsible for transformation, the transformation of food and the transformation of experiences. And Kapha is water and earth, and Kapha gives us structure and stability. And when I look at you, Elson, when I hear about your life, I believe that you are a beautiful blend of Vata and Pitta. You have a stamina and strength, and you dance and you move and you have an energy through your day. And that's where I see the Vata element. And then you have a drive and you're motivated. And that pertains to the Pitta element. And those are unique combinations that create you. At the same time, if things are out of balance, Vata or Pitta or even Kapha can start to take hold, and cause imbalance in the body. And because of the nature of your life, the movement, the dance, the sometimes hectic schedule, I believe that Vata has become a little bit out of balance in you. And so that we would call your Vikriti. So if you are a Vata Pitta Prakriti, Vata is your Vikriti. And I believe that it is accumulated to the point where it's disseminating even into Pitta a little bit. So that's causing some of the dryness you're experiencing, some of the anxiety you're experiencing, some of the stresses on a daily basis. That's all manifesting in that accumulation of Pitta or Vata. So some of the concerns that you brought to me were that you want to have enough stamina and strength to move through your day, to go to work every day, to accomplish what you want to accomplish. You're very energetic, you move a lot, and you want to make sure that that stamina and strength remains. You also want to make sure in that process that stress doesn't take over, that stress doesn't cause too much anxiety, that stress doesn't keep you from getting good rest at night. And then you also have some dryness in your skin, and in your bowels, even. So the fact that you're constipated and you have irregular digestion, that's a dryness in your digestive process as well. So Vata shows up as dryness in the body. So if we can get that Vata in check, if we can calm it down a little bit, I really believe that if you make shifts now, we can shift those general patterns that you're experiencing. We want to shift those now before they turn into more serious conditions in your body. So Ayurveda really believes in prevention, before the manifestation of disease. So if we can prevent some of these imbalances from taking hold even farther, you can continue to live a really healthy, vibrant life. So I want to approach this from several perspectives. We're going to look at the stress in your life. We're going to look at your exercise routine. We're going to talk about diet a little bit, and then your sleep patterns. And then at the end, maybe we can just pick a few things that resonate with you that you feel would be easy shifts or changes to make in your life. So let's first talk about stress and anxiety. When I think of stress and anxiety, to me, that feels like an unsettledness in my body. It feels like I don't have time to relax and to calm down. And so I'm going to encourage for you that you find ways to nurture yourself. Practice self-care in whatever ways feel nurturing to you. I know that you mentioned you love relaxing. And so what is that to you? I would love to know more of what it is that you do in life that feels relaxing. To me, that is lighting a candle like I have behind me. That just brings the energy down. Sometimes taking a warm bath feels very nurturing, or maybe a massage feels really nurturing. So I would encourage you to think of ways that when you're not at work, that you can really focus that time on taking care of yourself and finding calm, quieting practices. I know you exercise quite a bit. You mentioned yoga in the mornings, which is beautiful. That's a great practice. And then you dance. Those are both great activities for Vata. Yoga is a great routine. It's a great opportunity to calm the nervous system. You can make it a slow, gentle practice. And what I would recommend is a consistent routine with that. I know some days you feel you have the time, other days feel a little more get up and go and frazzled. But if you can set that time aside for yourself every morning and make it a consistent pattern, your mind and your body knows that you can always go back to that place of calm and care and nurturing for yourself. Sun salutations in the morning are a beautiful practice to wake up with the day. It stretches and energizes every part of the body while at the same time giving you the opportunity to slow and relax into that routine. There are a couple other yoga asana postures that are great for digestion. So if you're still facing constipation and irregularity, you can do Sarvangasana, which is a shoulder stand, is helpful for that. And another posture is the Pavanamuttasana. I've heard that called wind removing pose, great for the digestive process. It's where you bring your knees up to your belly and squeeze. And so just finding some of those asanas to incorporate into your morning routine will be super helpful. Dance is great for Vata. I know that you dance for work. It just seems to like fit right in with your personality. But anything that's slow and calm and nurturing and it's not overexerting you is a great practice to establish. Slow, gentle walks are also great. And then I would encourage a pranayama practice, which is a breathing practice. For you, it might be really lovely to do that laying down. And there are different pranayama practices, and I will send you a flyer on different ones you can use. But Nadi Shodhana's one, it's an alternate nostril pranayama where you just breathe in one nostril, out the other. It's calming for the mind, it's calming for the body. And if you can do that lying down, it'll definitely bring down that nervousness in the body. It'll refine the nervous system. For diet and digestion, foods that would be wonderfully nurturing for you are cooked foods, warm, nurturing cooked foods. Now, I know you love your salads, and then I know you're on the go, but different ways that you can find to eat cooked foods. And if you can eat your largest meal at the middle of the day, that's going to be beneficial for you. I know you love farmers markets, so fresh and in season is great for you. I recommend soups. If you can cook soups and bring a thermos with you to work to make sure you're eating on a regular routine, that's going to be helpful. And then if you can find some quiet time during the day to step away and maybe eat alone, find some time to just focus on the food and not be distracted by some of those outside activities. And if you could just focus on the food itself. That'll again help to calm you down while nourishing your body. I'm going to send you a couple of recipes. One that is super simple is just cooking rice and lentils and then incorporating spices that would be good for your digestion. Would be a great idea. It's a way to flavor it up with spices that you enjoy, but that are also good for your digestion. And if you feel you don't have a lot of time to cook, I recommend you focus on a few tastes. And I'll explain that a little more. Tastes that are great for balancing vata are salty, sour, and sweet. So salty is just as it sounds. That's salt. If you can incorporate a little bit of salt, not too much in your diet, that helps to calm vata. Sour would be things like lemon juice or hibiscus tea. That would be great to balance your vata. And then sweet is a little bit of sweet, maybe maple syrup on your cooked oatmeal, but it also could be the grains themselves. You don't have to add a lot of sugar. Grains themselves or fruits are naturally sweet, and that's going to be very nourishing for you. Sleep is very important for you. I know that you live an active lifestyle, you work long days, and then after work you want to let down and have fun with your friends. So see if you can maybe make it to bed at an earlier hour. And so I know sometimes you like staying out to the wee hours of the morning, 1 or 2 in the morning, but if you can get back a little bit earlier, maybe shoot for midnight as a target goal. The earlier you can get to bed, the better. Ayurveda suggests that you have a normal routine where you're waking up at sunrise and going to bed shortly after sunset, following the natural rhythms of the earth would be helpful for you. But in any way that you can find to establish a bedtime routine would be helpful for you. I know falling asleep is a little bit of a struggle, so establishing a normal bedtime routine in which things start slowing down in that half an hour to an hour before bed, things that will calm your thoughts and mind, maybe a little bit of tea or warm milk before bed, turning off computers and devices. I personally love to turn down the lights about a half an hour before I go to bed, maybe again light a candle or a lantern and just bring down the lighting in the house. Just helps me and my body to start getting ready for that sleep. So overall, what we're looking for is ways of shifting your daily routines, establishing balance, bringing in calm, bringing in a more meditative aspect to your daily activities. We call this dinacharya. Dinacharya is establishing routine in your life, and routine is very helpful for establishing balance of the doshas in your body. These are all things that will help calm that vata. I would love to give you just a couple of challenges, and you can let me know if this works for you. But I would say one way that you can really help yourself is to pack lunches every day to make sure you are eating, even if your body doesn't feel hungry or you think you don't have time. If you get established on a daily routine of eating your lunch right around midday, your body will start to recognize that it's time to eat. You might start to recognize those hunger signals. Right around the middle of the day is when your digestive fires are the strongest, and it's when it's best to have a big meal. And like I said, something warm and cooked and nourishing and satisfying. And that should give you the stamina to get through the rest of your workday, so that at the end of the day, then you can have a smaller meal, not too close to bedtime, and then start to drop into that bedtime routine. So big meal, middle of the day, pack warm, healthy foods. That would be great for you. My challenge number 2 is to really get that bedtime routine established, to find a way to get home just a little bit earlier, find ways to calm your mind and your body in that hour before bed. Lavender is a beautiful essential oil that helps to calm the mind and body, and any other ways in which you feel you can nurture yourself and relax. I'd love to continue to check in with you moving forward. Let me know what you think works for you, or maybe we can find other ways to establish different changes in your daily routine that would be beneficial for you. If you want help with cooking, I would be happy to meet with you and maybe we can cook a meal